Today I will be reviewing Brooklyn, which stars Saoirse Ronan, Emory Cohen, and Domhnall Gleeson. Now this movie takes place in the 1950s and the setting goes back and forth between Ireland and Brooklyn. This movie follows Saoirse Ronan's character Ailish. She's an Irish girl who leaves her family behind and goes to America alone, with the hopes of finding a job, basically looking for the American dream. Now when she gets to America, she falls in love with Emory Cohen's character Tony, and they basically have this nice love story for a while, until something happens that forces her to return home to Ireland. I'm trying not to spoil anything here, but a kind of love triangle emerges when she gets back to Ireland and meets Domhnall Gleeson's character Jim. After seeing this movie, it was hard not to draw comparisons to The Notebook. Both involve a love triangle, and they're both set around the same period. So to that end, I think this movie is better than The Notebook in just about every way. Movies that fall in the genre of romance these days are usually complete garbage, which is what makes this movie really stick out. It's a simple love story that you've probably seen some variation of before, but somehow they made it feel fresh and new. Another thing about this movie that sets it apart from other romance dramas was the humor. I laughed a good amount during this movie. Most of the comedy comes from Ailish's interactions with the other girls in her boarding house, and the lady who runs it, who you'll recognize as Mrs. Weasley from the Harry Potter franchise. So let's talk about the acting. The star of this movie is Saoirse Ronan, and this is really a breakout role for her. She plays the part to perfection. The greatest shots in movies like this are long ones that show an actor go from perfectly composed to having tears running down their face, right in front of your eyes. It's really amazing, and it makes it feel so much more real knowing that the emotions and tears aren't fake. There are a couple of those moments in this movie that really make the case for her to win the Academy Award. Unfortunately for her, it looks like Brie Larson has the Oscar in the bag for her performance in Room, but nonetheless, Saoirse Ronan gives one of the year's best performances in this movie. The second actor to mention is Emory Cohen. Now it took me some time to warm up to his Italian Brooklyn accent that he used in this movie, but I'm not going to look for problems where there really aren't any. His job in this movie was to play likable, and he did it very well. I recently read that he's in contention for the role of young Han Solo in the upcoming standalone Star Wars movie, and I could definitely get behind that. Especially compared to the other names on that list, I think that Emory Cohen would be the way to go. The last actor is one who it feels like I'm always talking about, and that is Domhnall Gleeson. Now Domhnall's character Jim comes into the movie pretty late. There's already an established love story going on between Ailish and Tony, so I think that the gut reaction should be to dislike this new guy Jim who comes in when we were already rooting for these other two to end up together. Any actor could have come in and played the part of the guy that she's not supposed to end up with, but Domhnall Gleeson isn't just any actor. I'm watching this movie and I know I'm supposed to be like, get out of here, the lady's taken, but I found myself rooting for Ailish to stay in Ireland and be with Jim. Gleeson just gives this heartbreaking performance because he never even knows that Ailish was already involved with another guy. In a lot of ways, he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all I'm gonna say though, in case some of you haven't already seen this movie. Shouldn't be hard to tell that I loved Brooklyn. Definitely try to see this movie as soon as possible. This was easily one of the top 3 best movies of the year. I'm giving Brooklyn a 93%. That's right, it's a great movie. If you've seen the movie already, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Leave a like if you did, subscribe for more, and as always, I will see you next time.